2000 on a V BMW Z3 M Coupe. As you can see, it's finished in Dakar Yellow 2. One of the very late S50 engine cars, this one. As you can see, it's been upgraded a little bit from standard. We've got a full genuine AC Schnitzer kit on there. So that's the front bumper extensions on the front of the lower section of the bumper, in body coloured. And then we have the Schnitzer rear spoiler and rear bumper. And then it does also have custom made rear diffuser in metal as well. It's not a cheap plastic copy, it's a proper well-made bit of kit. Non-standard wheels as well. The rear one's a huge one, 265 with tyres on the back and 235s on the front, but if you look down the side, it gives it a really mean bulgy stance. AP Racing 6-pot calipers on the front, and then Porsche Brembo 3-pots on the back, which sorts that problem when they wear a little bit under brake, these things. And then we do have a stainless exhaust system. Importantly, the expensive bit, the cats and things like that, are still with the car. Got a few other bits and bobs. So you'll notice the plate holder has been taken off the front, that's there, and the rear one. So the plates are straight on the car, but they're there if you want to put them back. Cover and a few other bits and bobs. We'll start by having a look around the bodywork. If you check the description, we'll detail everything that we know has been done to it, because it's got a huge history file with it. Loads of service information, plus some extra stuff, but we'll detail all that in the description. Of course, if you want to come and have a look at the car, you can go through all that yourself as well. If we look down this driver's side, you can see it's nice and straight all the way down there. All your panels, if you go across them, want the other. It's all the same colour. Always looks a bit weird on the camera, these things, purely because they bulge out and there's no real flat panels, but they are. As you can see, bonnet to lower section to rear door, all the same colour. Nice and tidy, and that front arch all the way around. The wheels are finished in satin black and in lovely condition, as are those AP calipers. I believe we've got cum hose all round, but we'll check as we go. Cum hose on the front there, that was a tread left. Coming down this side, nice and clean around the vent area. One small stone chip down the bottom there. Sill all the way along, again nice and tidy. We can put the camera underneath, have a good look under there. I believe the sills have been replaced at some point as well. It's all in the description, like we say. Driver's side door, we've got one small stone chip that's been touched in there. Other than that, all good. And there's a couple of little marks on the leading edge of the door there. But in the usual spot where it steps out here, obviously it's got this satin black bit of protection, but there's not really any stone chips to note. It's normally all stone chip down here. It's particularly good on that one, and then it normally causes a bit of rust down here, but as you can see, this one is really good. Same on this rear quarter here. Normally they bowl up down here, but that one's all nice and tidy. Again, this wheel really clean. If I've been picky, there's a tiny little scratch just there, but that means being particularly picky. Glass on this side, all nice and clean. There's no ingrained scratching or anything in that. Around the seals is nice and tidy. Windows drop as they should. Nice and tidy up that A-pillar and along the leading edge of the windscreen. It is a sunroof model as well. Around that sunroof, again all clean and tidy. Metal section of the roof, nice and flat, no ripples or dents. And then it goes onto that painted snitcher section. Like I say, the camera does make the yellow look weird. It's a very strange yellow. If you go nice and close, you can see all the same colour. Round onto the back, it has had a wiper delete. Nice and clean on that tailgate, and then the rear bumper. Lovely to see how massive those rear arches on these things. Nice and clean on that rear bumper, and like I say, it's had this custom made diffuser to go with the aftermarket exhaust there. Lovely and clean and tidy. And then round onto the passenger side again. If you look down this side, you can see it's straight. It's not full of ripples or any dents or fill or anything like that. Nice and clean in this bottom section here. Arch is sharp all the way around, and then all good down the bottom there. Another good wheel and tyre. So that's 3 out of 4 cum hose so far. We'll jump ahead. Yeah, so they're on 4 matching cum hose extra PS 71s. All nice tread on them. Have another look at the roof from this side. Again, around the sunroof and around the top of the screen. All nice and clean. Glass on this side is good. Put the camera underneath from here. Apart from a bit of road dirt. Lovely and clean and tidy along those sections there. Coming down this side, there's no real marks apart from that one little stone chip just there to now. And then onto the front wing again, no marks to note there. A-pillar is nice and tidy. Bottom edge of the screen, you can normally get a bit of delamination on these, but this one's all good. And then on the front, again down the bottom here, lovely and tidy all the way around until it gets to the plastic front bumper. So there's no corrosion or anything coming through there. Down the bottom end where it normally starts. And another good wheel and tyre. Round on the front, headlights are nice and clean and clear and bright. A few stone chips down the bottom there on the schnitzer section of those bumper sort of extensions. And a couple of little stone chips on the bonnet as you'd expect. Car's sort of been done to be used, not to be sat around and pampered. Very, very presentable, but it does have the odd stone chip and mark here and there. Moving on to the interior. So Dakar yellow on the outside, black full leather inside. Lovely and clean on that door card. Outside the doors are good. Door shuts are nice, and quite often normally this section all gets marked because it's a bit of a tub to get in and out, but you can see on this one, all good. Driver's seat has a tiny little bit of wear on the bolster, but generally very, very good. Still nice and firm. All the seams are nice. It's got a Alcantara, slightly smaller steering wheel. The M stitching and everything on it. It's on 107,689 miles. If you check the description, we'll detail everything we know about history, all that sort of stuff. It's had the Vanos done, it's had everything done recently. Lovely and clean along the top of the dash. We've got quite a Trek Alpine head unit there. It's got a colour screen and things. I'll show you that when that fires up. And then nice and tidy down the centre console. Aircon, heated seats, all the usual stuff. Into the boot. Obviously far more practical than the Roadsters. Underside of the boot lid, all nice and tidy. Boot floor, again nice and clean. We'll have a look under there. We've got what appears to be a full toolkit, so that's really good. Toe eye, spanners, both screwdrivers. No lock and wheel nut, but there isn't any on those wheels. We've got the fossil shelf load cover and the cargo net as well. Headlining's lovely and clean. Obviously the M Coupe's got the speakers at the back as well, which is a nice touch. Really capable, usable, modern classic really, isn't it? Nice and clean on that door card. No marks at all to notice on that door shut. And then the passenger seat, really, really nice condition. It's still nice and satin, so it's not gotten shiny from use. Lovely and firm, no sign of any wear. Really clean on that side of the carpet set. There's no funny smells in there, no sign of any moisture or anything like that. And then under the bonnet, like I say, one of the very last of the S50s before they went to the 54. Which is the bulletproof one really, isn't it? It's just what you want. Nice and clean around the strut tops. Factory Dakar yellow car. Build date November 1999. Over here and registered on the 7th of January. Could do with a little bit of a clean if we're being picky. There's a bit of road grime in there, but other than that, really nice and tidy. It's not dropping any fluids on the floor. It was driven to us. It's been used regularly up until it came here. I have briefly had it down the road. The drive is fabulous. Really, really nice. Fire it up, you can hear it. That exhaust a little bit louder, not too loud. It is on cold start, so it's revving a bit higher than it would do normally. Nice and smooth around the front. There's no nasty Vanos throttle or anything like that. We'll give it a little rev to get it off that cold choke. Little set of sort of more sensible revs there. There's that unit there. So you've got a coloured screen on the right. I believe it's got Bluetooth and all that sort of stuff. No warning lights on the dash there. Nothing nasty flying out the back. Like I say, nice and smooth around the front. Sounds exactly like an M engine, same as your E36 M3s. So there you have it. A very well cared for, long-term ownership, with all the sort of softer BMW bits sorted out, your brakes, your suspension. If you check your description, we'll detail everything we know about where it's been, what it's had done to it, all that sort of stuff. If you want to come and see the car, it's here with us every day. just let us know, we can book you in. If you can't get to see it again, we can do video calls, we can send you extra photos or videos, whatever you might need. Thank you.